Welcome back to Divinity Original Sin 2 Honor Mode Plus Run, where we are going to beat the game on the hardest difficulty, no saves, twice the amount of enemies, and only 1/4 of the XP. So, we are about to enter the camp, and I promised you that I'm showing you how it's done. But of course, we are first going to pick up a quest, because right here, there is the Elven camp. It's a little bit tricky to get in first, but once you're in, it's actually quite decent. The elves are missing Sahalia, or Sahala, which is the sister of one of the female elven that you have heard, that we have met in the first act.
Do not disturb us.
The elf shakes his...
This place is not for you.
Good. The elf is not allowed to enter,
Go
but maybe
further.
the dwarf is.
We are
Persuasion success.
enter then.
So, we found the group of Elven, and we made entrance to the Elven camp. So, we are continuing now. It is very unwise to steal anything here.
Weary elven warriors make ritual over the body of a fallen...
Blood to earth, to wood, to...
The tallest, strongest elf, whom you take to be the leader, acknowledges your presence with a tiny... She places the tip of a long-bladed spear on poor dead...
Blood to...
Her companions reach out and grasp the spear, ready to plunge it into Sarius's heart.
Blood to...
Together you plunge the blade deep into Sarius's heart, then twist it 3 times as is the custom. Blood flows freely to the ground, and Sarius's heart lies neatly...
Blood to blood.
Each warrior plucks a piece of heart and places it in their mouth. Chewing solemnly, their leader looks to you to see what you will do. Saria's memories flood you. A warrior proud and true, you fight the lone wolves at the sawmill for Sahala, your scion, and for the future of all. You and Tova draw fire that your friends may flee. You die in Tova's arms. With the barest blink, Tova accepts your good wishes, then turns back to...
Sarius is a warrior, proud and true.
The elves pick Sarius's bloody corpse from the ground. Tova looks to you, then indicates for you to help. Together you say... His corpse rolls to a stop at the bottom of the pit. The elven leader... Then she wipes away a tear and turns away.
Good, burial rites. We just witnessed the first elven burying, and by the way, all of these items are not worth our time, so might as well just take any of them.
I see the good in you. I fight. We fight for our... And so we fight. There is no reason...
Tova,
Tall elf.
We lose.
She looks into your eyes.
It is enough. No more. Yes, you honor we need.
she's
I
going to
wonder
give
if you
us
honor us.
the
It is
quest for
something
Sahalia.
They become nothingness unless we find our scion. She
Her voice,
is my...
her eyes.
Do you know the lone wolves? Then you know the... We come here to get her back. You... I fear it is but you have been away. She is taken, we plan, and I only... Good luck.
Good. She basically said, you know what, there's a bad guy who has captured Sahala, and Sahala is effectively held within the abandoned sawmill. And that's the place where we are going to go now. So, successful quest acquired. One of the things that you need to know about the sawmill is it is probably the most packed place when it comes to any form of spirits. So there are going to be hundreds and hundreds around. Second thing that you should know is it's probably the most trapped place in the whole game. So you need to take them out carefully or just run over them if your characters are strong enough. Since I have no idea as of how strong the traps were, I think they were quite easy, but I just don't want to risk it. So we're just gradually going through them. So most of these places here are going to be like completely trapped. And what I would suggest is really to talk to all of these guys, but don't hit just one, because otherwise you are prone to consume them, which you shouldn't. You might need them later. So these guys died here. I'm just currently trying to get rid of all of the explosives. Good thing about exploding all of these kegs here is that you do not need to loot them single-handedly. Loot will lie on the ground. Remember this grave here? We are going to use it soon, because it contains one of the enemies that is here. One of the quests that's here. It was an enemy, but he's dead by now. Good, so that was the outer ring of defense. There's still an inner ring of traps, and there are a couple more ghosts. So you should have ghost vision up throughout all the time. Oh no, I consumed him. Well, never mind. Sorry, bro.
Guards ahead. They don't look friendly.
The spirit stands with her. You are a dancer.
Good, we're going to lead on with Beast because he has persuasion, and I really want to not outright start a fight.
Strategic, you can get out of here. And why should I not rip your...
So with persuasion success,
Suppose I could go and see the boss.
he's like, yeah, I could make an exception, and that's fine.
The spirit turns the spirit mute with a blast. The heat, and for a moment, your friends, your name is Cyrus Oates. The heat recedes.
Good. Some of the ghosts will be useful once we have killed everyone. For now, let's just keep them up. And talk to each of them, because some of them do have quests indeed.
your way, sir.
He looks.
Suppose I
He blows.
So this guy, when we do a successful conversation with him,
Fine, just please be
he'll basically tell us he does not want to be here, but he's held against his own will. If we free him, he'll join us on our ship. There are a couple of nice pens here. +2 leadership is not too bad. We already have +2 leadership pens, so never mind. But he has knockdown arrows, and that's always good. Okay. Good, so that's our first quest. We're going to get one more here from this log. And yes, it is a living log.
A ghostly or bitter way off as you part at the child.
And the log will basically tell us that the guy who was felling it is was called the Foreman, and guess where the Foreman lies? Yeah, damn right. It is right over here. So we are going to dig him out, and we're going to revenge that piece of wood. And if at that point you do not believe that this is a fantasy game, I don't know. Because this is pretty much fantasy. It's not going to be more fantasy than that. Good, so the guy is here. This grave contains nothing other than poisonous puddle.
Well, hello there. You enjoy best of you have yourself a shut now and not to shutter after the last. Oh, I doubt. To an elf. Not much, no. Me? Bye now. Ah, so very nice. Odd. What? It did the tree have a what now? You been wait. Stop.
Good, there we go. No more negotiations with this guy. A little bit of vengeance. Oh, I never knew there was a chest in here. Silly me, I should have looted that earlier. Well, 4 gold, that was totally worth it. So that's the Bark's Bite. Done, right there.
You do it. I feel it inside you.
The log.
Easy peasy, 20,000 gold, 20,000 experience. So let's continue. There's yet another lady up here who has a quest, and one guy over here who has a quest. So we're currently trying to speak to all of them. Then we're going in and talking to the actual bad guy. And on our way out, we're going to go into a big fight.
I was Edie Engrim. My killer should be made to speak my name.
So, Old Flames. Firewater. Good. We know where that guy is. If you rush in heads first, you cannot, for instance, do that quest because, yeah, these all here would be aggressive towards you. So we need to find Firewater, but we also need to talk to these ghosts first.
And Tom can't stop the blood. He tilts his head.
Off the top of my head.
So then we do a finder's fee. Which we're going to find soon, so he's looking for his head. I'm collecting all these books just in case reading sometimes progresses storylines, so I can highly advise to do that. 5-foot shield, by the way, is not bad, but we don't need it either.
It's the waiting that gets you.
Laughter plays.
A joke, of course.
A lone wolf.
Laugh all you want, Mud.
She turns towards you.
Mud Barrow can't have his money.
She closes her eyes and settles. She mutters in her.
I never liked you anyway, Mud Barrow.
She stretches.
You won't find nothing.
He slaps his thigh. Tears of mirth rolling down. Doubt crosses his panic.
So this guy just wanted his money back, I guess, after
he returns to himself.
After realizing that he was a bad guy.
He takes this in.
And if you talk him into going actually to the Halls of Echoes, you'll get some XP out of it. So these are the main quests. There's just one more, but before we do that, let's get the chest. There's one more over here, and I think that would conclude most of the quests. So really easy quests, sometimes 10, 12,000 XP. Sometimes even 20,000 XP, so really no need for not doing them. Oh, come on. If you have troubles finding them, Peace of Mind gives you a greater wits, and that helps you usually to find these things. And there's the money. Right before the rest of the group came. Nice little one-hand sword, which we are not going to use, so thanks but no thanks.
The spirit of her eyes widen in horror, and then
so this here is the other entrance, so to speak. When we would be coming from here, like that's where the Red Prince's camp was, all of that would be highly trapped. So you might want to not go over here. You can see like this is intensively trapped.
Logical, not sentimental. Unhappy people are.
Killed the squirrel.
the whiff of chemistry. As your vision clears, he turns to and you realize you've made. He intensified.
So she wants Snake Root dead, which is not going to be a problem. So we're easily going to kill Snake Root in a second. But before we do that,
you know that. Your living is nothing if you're unhappy.
we're going to go for Firewater, who conveniently is up here. We got all of the quests now. A couple of revenge quests, so they're easy to fulfill.
He draws his wand.
You're in my space, stranger.
Suddenly he's interested.
Who are you to her? Friend?
He leans forward and grabs.
No. I told you not.
I should have used Persuasion. Well, it's too late now. We need to kill these guys anyway, so we're going to have a quick lesson about how to most effectively kill them. Good. In case someone is going to join us up here, he will be up for a nasty, nasty surprise. Good. Let's go. Let's go. Everyone has proper weapon damage and everyone's encouraged. These fools did not know whom they were messing with. Homeboys. that would help you, bro. So they are level 14. We are both over-leveled and highly, highly over equipped for this area. Wow. Look at that. Someone's gonna go down here. That is effectively going to hurt. I'm going to hold up on this on the ballistic shot. The AI is so bad. I guess when the programmers were like trying to build the game, they weren't really aware about the balancing. I think they were more approaching it from a role-playing perspective. The longer that I play the game, the more I'm convinced about it. They were just trying to make cool skills, and there's really nothing wrong with that. If your focus of your game is really to provide, let's say, mainly entertainment, then that's absolutely fine. As soon as you introduce something like a challenge mode, and this is more or less the way the game wanted to do the challenge mode. Then de facto, it is a little bit of a problem. If the AI and all the builds that the enemies are using are just plain out bad. I mean, I'm putting myself in a bad spot here deliberately because I want to quickly progress in the combat, but I can already tell you that it will not make a difference, right? And that's kind of the annoying part. Well, he received a couple of hits, fair enough. But there is nowhere near to die.
I'm ready.
So yeah, as I was saying, I think the programmers of the game, or the developers generally, did a wonderful job in creating the world, the skills, all of that is just really, really good. I think they did a non-optimal job in balancing all of it. Because clearly there had been some skills that were just way, way better than others. And there's no way, absolutely no way that in a game which had been in an open beta for such a long time and had a tremendous amount of user feedback as well, that the developers wouldn't have noticed. Like, how can you not notice how strong teleport is? Which point of developer would say, at which point a developer would say, you know what? Teleport, not such a big thing, because combat positioning. And then, consequently, at which point game designer would say, well, we should do that ability definitely at two points within the skill tree. It's not a high-level ability, it is basically one of the starter abilities. And yeah, every character can use it. Or take the whole armor system. You simply can't tell me that a developer wouldn't mentally know that of course you can give your armor like Arctic armor, you can give it a 4 or 5 turns cooldown. But yeah, no shit, Sherlock, then that will just encourage the player to take the skill on every character. And since it is only since the skill itself only requires like an investment of 1 into hydro magic, and it is not even scaling with intelligence, like everyone can use it reasonably well. So why would someone not put that skill here, like Armor of Frost, on every single character? It kind of cures half of the nasty magical status effects, and on top of it just provides a wonderful extra HP against magical enemies. So yeah, of course everyone is going to use it. The only reason not to use it would be if you're a role player and you feel that you want to play your two-hand barbarian rather, or your two-weapon wielding barbarian rather, instead of an actual build that works. So yeah, in that case you wouldn't have frost armor, but in all of the other cases you definitely would go with frost armor. And I just cannot understand how that hasn't been addressed properly in the beta. No way that none of the players has given that feedback. No way. Besides, I'm asking myself, why did I not load Soothing Cold with him? Well, that's a different question. Anyways, it shouldn't come across as a rant. It's just, I like the game a lot, almost so much that it is one of my favorite games of all times. So it sucks to see that there are such massive balancing issues. Oh, someone or something actually dealt damage. And that someone is an evading level 15 dwarf. Now, I mean, watch that. Just as an introduction of what I mean with some skills are just too powerful. He's an anti-physical damage creature at the moment, because he clearly has evasion, right? Right. So naturally you would think, well, you're going to have an issue, because this creature here will annoy you. You know what? You won't, because that creature is not going to hit you anytime soon. And at the time when it's going to hit you, you are going to be fully regenerated, whilst that creature has lost its only buff that would allow it to live a single round. Ooh, let's position ourselves on top of the sniper tower. That's the perfect position. Oh my god, we missed it. That would be the money shot from here all the way over here. That would have been so good. So now she has no more physical armor, which is too bad for her, right? Oh, I forgot something that should cure atrophy, right? I think it does. Yeah, I should have known that earlier, because with that I would have been able to cure my weapon and just hit on her. Yeah, that was a gaming mistake, but it just doesn't change the outcome, really. So let's get Beast back into the game. We're putting him in the safe spot. By the way, teleportation is not OP, not at all. Good. Let's see. You know what? Let's hit 2 birds with 1 stone, shall we? We needed water anyways. And this guy here can heal Beast. Yep, very solid healing. Plus deal some nice magical damage. And let's leave these guys over here. So might as well just fully unload on this guy. Wow, really? How many action units does she have? What? You walked all the way? Okay, that caught me by surprise, but it's actually funny. Let's delay the turn. I should have gone for her. I mean, she walked over here and took 1 shot. Mommy's dearest walked all the way up to here and then hit twice. Okay, let's start with a little bit of defense. wanted to take some really nice shots on people on the central floor, so we're going to do that now. So if she has so many action units, she will easily come back from here. Shouldn't be any problem whatsoever. Good, we're going to kill her. And we're going to take care of her as well. Good. Oh, she still has atrophy. That sucks. I'm thinking about, well, I don't have a scroll on me, nor can I really do anything. No, that sucks. I wanted to take some really nice shots. Am I the only one that finds her movement rate highly suspicious? She literally just walked over the whole sawmill camp. Yeah, that was clever. Just in comparison, they were at the same she was even further back, right? It really doesn't make any sense. Her movement rate is so arbitrary. How is that even remotely possible? Oh, I do have an idea. We're going to start here. And we're going to switch the two. Just because. Let's try to kill this guy here. There we go. Sybil's turn. I'd like to say thank you, Mummy. And we're going to take the money shot now. Let's go. 2,500 damage. Sybil is crazy. Oh wow. Yep, I need to go down and just kill this guy. Well, that was
She turns
more
to
difficult than expected. Good. And we only need to trade in the one quest over here with the ghost. And that would be really it. Oh, wait a second, we forgot to loot almost. So the only one was really Mummy Dearest, and I'm still not sure about her.
The whiff of chemistry. He
No,
smells
no,
in
no,
silent
no.
rage. The green haze curling from his nostrils, and then is gone.
Ah, there we go. No. Well, we still got the experience, so it's fine. Didn't want to consume him, though. Good, once this is done, we're going to loot the camp, and then there's going to be an end boss fight. By the way, Mummy's Dearest was the first NPC, I think, in about 50 battles, or 50 parts of the series, that effectively forced one of the characters to resist death. Still hasn't killed one, but he brought them quite damn close to dying. So this guy apparently was the master of elixirs. So we're going to loot his elixir shop, of course. Just right over here. Good, and finally I think we do still have one more chest to loot in here. And that's pretty much it. I think we covered all of it.
If Hardwin were to receive...
He raises a hand.
was hoping for some nails. Oh yeah, there we go. Good. Good. One last chamber over here, and then we're going to go for the boss. Good. So, let's level up. Let's do that in the next video, actually. And before we go upstairs.